There is one truly unique place on the planet. A place that covers more than 14 million square kilometers of the Earth's surface and contains over 90% of the world's ice. It is a place of the spectacular, where intrigue and obsession have enticed only a few in the chronicles of discovery.
It's like no other place on Earth, really. It's the most extreme place on Earth, but it's not really like our planet. It's like another planet. You know, it's so alien for us and we're alien to it. Nobody lives there, and you really get that sense of emptiness when you're there. It hits you straight away how cold it is. It's really seriously cold and icy. You know, you've got a couple of kilometres of ice beneath your feet, and you kind of sense that when you're there. You sense it underneath your feet, you sense it all around you, you sense that space and that sense of really serious, big, kind of endless cold. I've been there now something like 8 or 9 times. I've been to the South Pole. I've been up the highest mountain 3 times, and I've climbed many of the other highest mountains in Antarctica. You always know that people don't really belong in this place, and so you have to go there with a different sense of how to look after yourself, how you act, how you think about things. To ski to the South Pole, it's not a pleasure cruise, it's not a joy flight, it's the real Antarctica. And you haven't really seen our planet until you've seen Antarctica, but you haven't seen Antarctica until you've gone to the polar plateau. You've gone to the high inland regions of Antarctica. That flat white void, that's the Antarctica of Scott and Amundsen, and what a lot of people think of when they think of Antarctica and the South Pole. For every Antarctic expedition, because there's nothing in Antarctica, one of the most important things is the preparation and the training before you go. And it's been that way for 100 years, since Amundsen went there. Ironically, for us here in Australia, we actually have a pretty good training ground in the Snowy Mountains, because even though there's no big mountains there, it's flat, it's windy, it's cold enough, it's icy, and so it's actually a really good training ground for Antarctica. And when you're there, just standing on your own 2 feet with nothing else around you, knowing that there's no other hospital or shop for thousands of kilometres, it brings everything back to you, and it brings everything into focus on you and what you can do, and you know, looking after yourself and looking after each other. You've got here people choosing to do a hard thing of their own volition. And really, for all these kinds of trips, you've got people who see maybe a problem, they see a challenge, and they step out of their everyday life to take on that challenge and do something hard. They make some sacrifices, they make an effort, maybe they pay a lot of their own money. All these things these people are doing. You know, Humpty Dumpty sees a challenge, a problem in raising money to buy critical equipment for kids. And there's an analogy there, I think, in that here people see a challenge and they step up and they take on that challenge.
This place is one of the last frontiers of human endeavour left to experience. And in January 2012, it will become the Humpty Dumpty Foundation's greatest adventure.